Hello grade 8, welcome back to another video. So in today's video we'll be doing part 2 of this question paper. So this is from the Limpopo Provincial Government. It was written on June 2022. 60 marks and duration is 1.5 hours. So on this exam, on the first part, which I did on Monday, today is Wednesday, so the video is live already. You can check it out. A video before, after, yeah, it's a video before, 2 videos before this one. Yes. So we did question 1. I explained all of question 1 and all these answers. Okay. And then I did question 3 on that video until 3.1.5, but we couldn't complete 3.1.5. Certain technicality happened, so I couldn't. So now we are going to finish 3.1.5, and then after doing 3.1.5, we will come and do question 2. Okay? So without wasting any more of your time, let's do question 3.1.5. So please like this video. If you like this video, I will do more of this type of videos. So you liking this video shows that you love this type of videos, and I will make more of them to help you answer your exam questions. All right, so let's start. We have 3y cubed yes, and a squared all over x multiplied by y to the power 4 times a squared. So what needs to happen here is that, no, this is not x, this is y. So we'll leave the top as it is, 3y cubed a squared, and then we multiply this y's. So it's like y to the power of 1 times y to the power of 4. The bases are the same. We add the exponents. So when we add the exponents, we're going to have y 1 plus 4. So here we will have y to the power of 5. All right. So we have y to the power of 5, and then we will have a squared. Now here we have 1y to the power of 5, and here we have 3y's to the power of 3. So we will be dividing. So 3 divided by 1, that is going to give us 3. I'll write it here. And then the bases are the same. We are dividing, so we minus the exponents. So we're gonna have 3y, and that will be 3, the top minus the bottom, always 3 minus 5. So 3 minus 5 is going to give us -2. So it's going to be 3y to the power of -2. And then a, we have 1a divided by 1a, that is 1, that is still a. And then we have a2 minus 2, this one minus this one. So basically we're gonna be left with 0 there, because those exponents gives us 0. And then now we are left with, let me write it correctly, 3y to the power of -2. So we need to write this correctly. We cannot have a negative exponent, so 3 will come on top, and the y will come at the bottom, so that it's not a negative. So that is how you write it. 3 over y squared, just to get rid of the negative exponent. All right, so here we are on question 2. So here on question 2, we have this value here. So 1 over 6. So what you do is that you put all of this in the calculator, and then you also put 5 over 8, all of this in the calculator. Okay, and then for the first part, which is this one, when you put that into your calculator, you are going to get 19 over 6, and then minus for this one, you are going to get 45 over 8. Okay, so because we are subtracting, when you subtract and add fractions, you need a common denominator. Okay, sorry about that. We need a common denominator. So what we are going to do in order to get a common denominator is that we can add the same number here. We can, maybe let's say, okay, let's try to make this, let's multiply this 2 by 4 to get how much we can get. We multiply 6 by 4, not 2 by 4. That is going to give us 24. And then when we multiply this by 4, 8 times 4, this will give us 32. So even if we multiply it by 3, we will not get the same thing. So I will say here, I will just add 3 and just make it 24 as well. And then we have 24, 24. Okay, so which means up here you will add 3 as well. Then up here you will add 4. Whatever you do at the bottom, you do it at the top. So our lowest common denominator equals to 24. Okay, so 19 times 4, 19 times 4 gives us 76, minus 45 times 3 gives us 135. And then all of this will be out of 24. And then you can put this you can put this in your calculator, and the final answer will be negative 59 over 24. So that is your final answer there. So if you take this 2.1 and just put it in your calculator, you're just going to get the final answer, and it's going to be wrong. So it's 3 marks, which means they need a long step from you. Okay, and then now we have 1 over 8, and then here that is exactly what you're going to do. You put this part in the calculator and then put this part in the calculator. Okay, you put them separate. The first one is 1 over 8, and then the second one is 2 over 11. This one like this, and this one like that. When you put them into the calculator, you're going to get 33 over 8 here, divided by 24 over 11. That's what you are going to get when you put this ones into the calculator. And then, so let's write it up here. 33 over 8 divided by 24 over 11. And then the next step, we are dividing now. When we divide fractions, the division turns into multiplication. Okay, so we'll have 33 over 8 multiplied by, the denominator goes on top, the numerator goes at the bottom. So we'll have 11 over 24 instead of 24 over 11. And then we multiply the whole thing, and then we'll get the final answer here will be 121 over 72. So that is our final answer. This is for 2.1.2. So whenever you're given something like this one, remember board mass, brackets of division. So division comes first. So we're going to start with 168,2 divided by 2.9. Let's do this. 168.2 divided by 2.9. That gives us 58. Then that's when you will add plus 1.4. 58 plus 1.4, and that will give us 59.4. So that is the answer. We are done with this 2.1. Let's look at 2.2. 2.2 says round the following. So for 2.2.1, we have 17,702. We are asked to round it to the nearest whole number. So we are asked to, so we have here we have 7. So whenever we have 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, it takes this number up. Okay, but if we have 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, this number remains the same. So whole number, a whole number is like a 13, a 14. It does not have commas, so we are going to have 18 for 2.2.1, because after the decimal we have 7. So 7 takes this one up once. It's like adding 1. It's like saying 17 plus 1. So yeah, that's what happened there. So let's erase that and do the second part. So here we have 20,000, 2345. Okay, 20.345, 20.345 to 2 decimal places. So this is 3 decimal places, so we have to make it 2 decimal place. So after this 4, it's a 5. Okay, so meaning this 5 is like a 1, so we'll add it to this 4. So the final answer will be 20.35. Because this is a 5, we have to around this. 5 takes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 takes the number before it up. So this is the final answer for 2.2.2, 20.35. All right, so now here we are on question 4. So numeric and geometric patterns and relationships. Study the following sequence and answer the questions that follow. So you are given these numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, A, and you're also given B. So the first answer says gives the value of A, give the value of A and B. So how you get the value of A and the value of B? You are gonna say 3 minus 1, and you're gonna say 5 minus 3, and you're gonna say 7 minus 5. So 1 is term 1, 2 is term 2, 3 is term 2, sorry, 5 is term 3, 7 is term 4, okay? So that is how they are. So to get term 1, term 2, not to get term 1, term 2, this is how to get the difference, so that you know how much was added to 3 to get 5, how much was added to 5 to get 7. So 3 times 1 is 2, 5 minus 3 is 2, and then 7 minus 5 is also 2. So we discover that there is a 2 difference between these numbers. Between 1 and 3 is 2, between 3 and 5 is 2, before 5 and 7 is 2. So to get A is equals to 7 plus 2. A is 9, and then to get B is 9 plus 2, so meaning it's 11. So A equals to 9, and then B equals to 11. That is how you're going to do it. So let's erase and just write, we have 9 and 11. So 4.1.2 says, determine the general Tn to describe the above pattern. Okay, so to describe Tn, you must know that this type of pattern, where we have the first same answer, we're going to say Tn, always do this, equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. Write this formula, okay? And then that A is represented by the first number of that pattern, okay? So where you see A, you put the first number of the pattern. So here, A is 1, equals to 1, plus, we don't know the n, equals to 1, and then the difference is 2. 2 is that one that we get when we subtract term 1 and term 2, term 3 and term 4. We get 2. So this is how you will have it. And then this is equals to 1 plus 2 multiplied by n, that is 2n. That is 2n. And then we have 2 multiplied by negative 1, and that will be negative 2. So Tn is equals to 1 minus 2 plus 2n. So we'll have 2n. It has to be, this 2n has to be in front always. Then 1 minus 2 will give it a negative 1. So Tn equals to 2n minus 1. So that is the formula for the nth term. Remember this always. Sorry, when you are doing your patterns, remember it, okay? You say Tn equals to A plus n minus 1 and D, and you substitute things that you have. So it's very, very important that you know that part with this pattern. So 4.1.3 says, use the general term to find term 12. So the general term is Tn equals to 2n minus 1. So T12, that is like n is 12, equals to 2. You put 12 into n minus 1. And then T12, which means what is the value of the term number 12? So we're going to put that into the calculator, and then we find out that term number 12 is 23. So 4.1.3 is 23. I hope you understand everything that we are doing here. It's very important that you do. And then now here, we are given another pattern. Study the following geometric pattern and answer the following questions. So here we have figure 1, figure 2, and figure 3. Fill in the missing numbers in the table below. So for figure 1, we have 1 triangle. And then for figure 2, we have 2 triangles. And then for figure 3, we have 9 triangles. So how much would we have for figure 4 and figure 5? So this is what we will do. We will say 4. Here we'll say, to get the difference, we'll say 4 minus 1. And then we have 9 minus 4. So 4 minus 1 is 3. And then 4 minus the 1 is 3, and then 9 minus 4, we get 5. So do you see that this pattern is not the same as that one we did in the top? We are not getting the first difference. We are getting different numbers now. When I take the 4 minus the 1 and taking the 9 minus the 4, we are getting a different one. So meaning the nth term, how we calculate Tn, will not be the same for this one. So what we now have to do is to have 5 minus 3, and that is 2. So that means is the second. This means that this is the second difference, while in this one we had first difference. When we say 3 minus 1, we get 2. 5 minus 3, we got 2. 7 minus 5, we got 2. So that was the first difference. But here we don't have the first difference, we have the second difference. So I am going to write the pattern. We have 1, we have 4, we have 9, we have a I need space there. We have 1, we have 4, we have 9, we have A, and we have B. Okay, so when we look at the difference and say 4 minus this 1, we get 3, and then 9 minus the 4, we get 5. Right? So we don't know these ones, and then we'll go and look at the difference between this, and then we'll get 2. So meaning what actually happened here, it's that 1 plus 3 gave us 4, right? And then 4 plus 5 gave us 9, which means 2 plus 5 is going to give us what? 7. 2 plus 5 will give us 7. Again, 3 plus 2 gives us 5. 5 plus 2 gives us 7. So here we'll have 7. So meaning we'll say 9 plus 7 to get A. So 9 plus 7 will get us A. So A is 16. And then here we'll still have let's do it like so. Here we have 7, and then this side we have 2. So we'll also have 2 plus the 7. So 7 plus 2 will give us 9 here. And then here we'll have 2. So then we will say 16. Let's write it. Here is 16. So 16 plus this 9. And that will give us 25. So meaning B is 25. So that's how the pattern goes. We first 4 minus 1, we got 3. And then 9 minus 4, we got 5. So we'll say 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 4, right? And then 3 plus 2 equals to 5. So 4 plus 5, they give us 9. And then 5 plus 2 equals to 7. And then 9 plus 7 equals to 16. And then 7 plus 2 equals to 9. And then 16 plus 9 equals to 25. So that is how we do this pattern, okay? And then we will say 2a equals to this. And then 3a plus b equals to 3. And then a plus b plus c equals to 1. So it's very important that you know how to use this parts, okay? It's very important that you know how to do that. Yeah. And then now what we are going to do is look for the value of a. So I'm going to do it in a different color and just do it here. So 2a equals to 2. So we will divide both sides by 2. And then we'll find a is 2 divided by 2. And that is 1. So we're going to write here a equals to 1. And then now let's find b. 3a plus b equals to 3. This one. So we're going to have 3 into 1. We substitute this a that we got plus b equals to 3. So this 3 times 1 is still 3. So we're going to say b equals to 3 minus 3. So this 3 will come this side, okay? It was negative, now it will be positive. So b equals to 0. So we'll write b equals to 0 this side. And then now we are looking for c. So we're going to use this one. This is a plus b plus c equals to 1. So a is 1, b is 0, and then c equals to 1. So here is 1 plus 0, that is still 1. So c equals to 1 minus 1. So c is also equals to 0. So let's erase all of this. We are done with it now. And then now the formula for the nth term for this type of pattern is that Tn equals to an squared plus bn plus c. Okay, so Tn equals to a is 1 n squared plus 0n plus 0, right? So anything multiplied by 0 is 0. So we're going to have Tn equals to n squared. This n squared is still the same as having 1n squared. So this is the formula for the nth term for this question here. So we calculated a was 16 and this one c was 25. So I calculated them, and then we wrote down the formula for the nth term, which is 2.2.2, that Tn equals to n squared. So we did that. It's a long process, but it gets us the answer. Okay, so you just need to practice. And then 4.3, find the value of A, B, C, and D. This one is quite easy. So wherever you see X, you put these values to get these values. Okay, so here we have X over 3 minus 2. So for number to get number B, we're going to write 12 here, and then put this into your calculator. 12 divided by 3 minus 2, and then number B equals to 2, right? And now we just have X for number A, and we have X, and we have to solve for this X. But what we know is that the X over 3 minus 2 has to equals to 6, right? We don't have the X. It's written as number A. So what we do is that to get rid of this fraction, we can multiply by it. So we're going to multiply by 3. 6 multiplied by 3, 2 multiplied by 3, and then this one multiplied by 3, so that we can cancel that. And then we'll be left with X minus 2 multiplied by 3 equals to 6 multiplied by 3. And then that's when we are going to say X minus 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. And then 6 multiplied by 3, that will give us 18. So X equals to 18 plus 6. So X equals to, what is 18 plus 6? That gives us 24. Okay, so meaning A is 24. So A gives us 24. So we can put in our calculator and say 24 over 3 minus 2. Let's G. 24 over 2 over 3 minus 2. So that gives us a 6, which is correct. Yes. So let's look at number C. So for this one, we get, let's put negative 3 there. So we'll have negative 3 over 3 minus 2, and that C will give us negative 3. And then we have the same thing here. The long one is a reverse. So for number D, so that's when we will have D over 3 minus 2 equals to negative 4. So we'll multiply by 3, multiply by 3, multiply by 3, so we can get rid of this. D equals to not D. D minus 6 equals to negative 4 times 3, which is negative 12. And then here we'll say D equals to negative 12 plus 6. So D equals to negative 12 plus 6, and that will give us negative 6. It's D. Okay, so that is how you do these calculations. You just need to practice, and another practice. So here it's negative 6. So let's put it in the calculator and say negative 6 over 3 minus 2. So negative 6 over 3 minus 2 gives us negative 4. Gives us negative 4, which is correct. Now we are on the last question, which is question number 5. This is the last question, guys. So let's answer this. So we have this. Whenever we have plus or minus, we have one term. We have different terms, okay? This is term 1, this is term 2, this is term 3, and this is term 4. So we have two terms. Everything separated by terms are separated by minus and addition, okay? But if we had something like 3x squared multiplied by 4 multiplied by x to the power 4 minus 2x plus 1, we would have had this as one term, and then the second term, and then this is the third term. So we would have 3 terms if it was like this, okay? Or if it was a division. Whenever we are dividing or multiplying, is one term, but addition and subtraction gives us different terms. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the first answer says 5.1.1. How many terms are given in this expression? It's 4 terms. And then number 1, we have 4 terms. 5.1.2, what is the degree of this expression? So you look at these powers, it's 2 and 4, right? This exponent, it's 3x to the power of 2 plus x to the power of 4. The degree of the expression is the biggest power. So here it's 4. 4 is the biggest one. So we're going to write for 5.1.2, we write 4th degree. I don't have space there. Let's do it. 4th degree. That is 5.1.2. Okay, it's 4th degree. And 5.1.1, it's 4 terms. Give the constant term of this expression. So this one here, when you have 3x squared, this is a coefficient. When you have x to the power 4, 1 here, that is not showing, is the coefficient, okay? So a constant is a number that does not have a variable. A variable, you see, it's x, it's y, it's a, it's z, it's p, it's q. Those are variables. So we're looking for a constant. The constant in this expression is this one. So give the coefficient of x, not x squared. You just not x squared or x to the power 4. They just say x. The coefficient of x, the coefficient is this. So it is 2. Is the coefficient 2 is the coefficient of x. All right, we are done there. 5.2 says write an algebraic expression that will symbolize each of the following: 6 more than the product of 5 and a number. So 5x plus 6, product of 5 and a number is 5x. Okay, so 6 more than the product of a 5, than the product of 5 and a number. So that is 5x, that is 5.2.1. Then 5.2.2 says the product of 10, the product of 10 is 10x, and the sum of two different numbers plus 10y. It can be two different numbers. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Until the next video.